Hey Yankees fans, welcome to Yankees Rumors and News, your go-to spot for the latest buzz and updates about our team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a scoop. Spring training is looming just around the corner, with camps opening in 5 weeks and the anticipation building for Cactus League and Grapefruit League games. And yet the MLB offseason still feels as hot as ever, with top free agents still on the market and blockbuster trades potentially brewing behind the scenes. And Monday brought no shortage of rumors to keep fans glued to their screens. Among the most talked about stories, the New York Yankees have reportedly made a second offer to free agent outfielder Cody Bellinger, a player who delivered a 4.9 WAR season in 2025 and quickly became a key piece in New York's future plans. According to reports from the New York Post, the Yankees had already extended an initial offer last week, though the financial details remain under wraps, highlighting how determined general manager Brian Cashman is to retain Bellinger as a cornerstone of the lineup. Re-signing Bellinger not only solidifies the outfield, but could also have ripple effects on the Yankees' trade strategy, especially with right-handed pitcher Edward Cabrera reportedly on the table from the Miami Marlins, with trade discussions potentially tied to whether Bellinger returns or not. The possibility of including former top prospect Jasson Dominguez in a pitcher trade seems more plausible if Bellinger comes back, giving the Yankees flexibility to strengthen pitching while maintaining their star outfield talent. And the timing couldn't be more crucial as spring training draws near. Meanwhile, trade talks around Milwaukee Brewers ace Freddie Peralta are expected to heat up following the holiday lull, according to The Athletic, with multiple high-profile teams including the Atlanta Braves, Los Angeles Dodgers, New York Mets, Boston Red Sox, and Yankees all showing interest. Peralta, who will earn $8 million in 2026, offers a combination of affordability and elite performance that makes him attractive to teams looking for pitching depth without committing to a massive long-term contract. The Brewers, known for moving their top players a year before free agency as seen with Corbin Burnes and Devin Williams, are likely to demand a steep price for Peralta given his effectiveness, durability, and cost efficiency. For many teams, acquiring Peralta through a trade could be a smarter strategy than pursuing free agent starters, especially given the premium prices attached to the top pitching talent available this winter. The Pittsburgh Pirates are also making moves to bolster their lineup, focusing on free agent third baseman Eugenio Suarez as they aim to add much-needed right-handed power. According to the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the Pirates have already signed Brandon Lowe and Ryan O'Hearn to strengthen a lineup that scored the fewest runs in Major League Baseball last season and recorded the fewest home runs than any team has managed in 3 years. Currently, Jared Triolo stands as the Pirates' top option at third base, but Suarez represents a significant upgrade both offensively and defensively, with a lefty-heavy middle of the order featuring Lowe, O'Neal Cruz, and Spencer Horwitz. Suarez's right-handed bat could provide balance and power that the Pirates desperately need. The club's willingness to offer over $100 million to Kyle Schwarber could signal their commitment to investing in impactful hitters, potentially creating a competitive market for Suarez and elevating his value this offseason. On the coaching front, the Philadelphia Phillies have made a notable addition by hiring Don Mattingly as their new bench coach, a move announced Monday that reunites Mattingly with Phillies manager Rob Thompson. Mattingly, 64, spent the past 3 seasons with the Toronto Blue Jays in the same role, and his departure from Toronto came as his contract expired at the end of the calendar year. Thompson praised Mattingly's experience and character, noting their shared history in New York and the deep knowledge of the game that Mattingly brings to the coaching staff. Interestingly, Mattingly's son, Preston, serves as Philadelphia's general manager under President of Baseball Operations Dave Dombrowski, adding a unique family connection to the hiring. This move highlights Philadelphia's continued effort to blend experienced leadership with strong organizational ties, all while chasing the elusive goal of a World Series championship, a feat Mattingly came tantalizingly close to during his time with Toronto. As spring training approaches, the urgency around these transactions and signings is palpable. With 5 weeks until camps open, teams are navigating a delicate balance of re-signing core players, acquiring high-impact talent, and strategically managing payroll, all while keeping an eye on rival teams' moves. The Yankees' pursuit of Bellinger demonstrates their commitment to maintaining a competitive edge in a division that has only grown fiercer in recent years, and any trade involving Cabrera or inclusion of Dominguez could have far-reaching consequences for roster construction and balance. Similarly, the Brewers' handling of Peralta reflects a blend of fiscal prudence and competitive strategy, offering contending teams a chance to add a frontline starter without breaking the bank. For the Pirates, offensive reinforcements like Suarez are essential to transforming a lineup that has struggled historically, and management's willingness to invest heavily in power hitters signals an intent to change their trajectory in the National League Central. The coaching landscape is evolving in parallel with player movements, as demonstrated by Mattingly's transition to Philadelphia, underscoring how teams are not only prioritizing talent on the field, but also leadership and experience in the dugout. Such hires can have a subtle yet significant effect on team culture, strategy, and performance, particularly in high-pressure playoff situations where veteran insight and cohesive coaching structures are invaluable. As the offseason progresses, these narratives will continue to unfold, with each signing, trade, and coaching appointment influencing not just individual teams but the broader dynamics of the league. With 17 of the top 50 free agents still unsigned, the opportunities for impactful acquisitions remain extensive, creating a sense of anticipation and speculation among fans, analysts, and front offices alike. Every move, from Bellinger's potential re-signing to Peralta's trade market, from Suarez's power injection to Mattingly's coaching addition, has the potential to shift competitive balance, spark new storylines, and redefine team identities heading into the 2026 season. The interplay between player performance, contract considerations, and strategic foresight is as complex as ever, making the coming weeks critical in shaping how teams will approach spring training, roster depth, and ultimately, their pursuit of October glory. As the countdown to spring training continues, the MLB hot stove is alive with activity, speculation, and strategy, with teams navigating an intricate web of trades, signings, and coaching changes that will define the competitive landscape of 2026. Fans have every reason to stay tuned, as what seems like incremental moves today could translate into the defining storylines of the season, from pennant races to playoff matchups and potential championship runs, all while the league's most dynamic players, promising prospects, and veteran leaders find their place on rosters that are still very much in flux. The stage is set for a thrilling offseason, one where financial strategy, player performance metrics, organizational goals, and the ever-present unpredictability of baseball converge, leaving every team with high stakes and every fan with reasons to be optimistic or anxious about the future. From Cody Bellinger's uncertain return to Freddie Peralta's trade intrigue, Eugenio Suarez's potential impact in Pittsburgh, and Don Mattingly's new role in Philadelphia, the narratives are as compelling as the game itself, promising an offseason rich in drama, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of excellence that defines Major League Baseball. The landscape of the league, shaped by front office decisions and player choices alike, is entering a critical juncture, with only weeks separating the current speculation from on-field action. And as teams finalize rosters and coaching staff, the moves made now will ripple throughout the season, affecting matchups, playoff positioning, and ultimately the quest for the World Series. Every signing, trade, and strategic hire carries weight, illustrating how intertwined preparation, foresight, and opportunity are in baseball, making the period leading up to spring training one of the most compelling and scrutinized times of the year for teams, media, and fans alike. As the hot stove continues to burn brightly across Major League Baseball, the MLB offseason narrative, rich with uncertainty, strategy, and anticipation, continues to unfold. And with the Yankees, Brewers, Pirates, and Phillies each making calculated moves to position themselves for success, the league is poised for a season where preparation meets opportunity, and every decision made today has the potential to resonate on the field tomorrow, setting the stage for a competitive, unpredictable, and electrifying 2026 season that fans will follow closely from spring training right through the playoffs. If you're enjoying the updates, drop a like and let us know in the comments your thoughts on this rumor. Hold on to your seats, baseball fans, because what's happening in the Bronx might just rewrite the narrative of the entire league. Rumors are swirling like a hurricane over Yankee Stadium after the New York Yankees reportedly made one of the boldest, most audacious moves in recent memory. A move that has sent shockwaves through Major League Baseball and left front offices across the country scrambling for answers. According to sources close to the team, and by sources We mean those with deep, inside connections that rarely miss. The Yankees are not just dipping their toes into the waters of blockbuster acquisitions, they are diving headfirst, throwing caution, tradition, and even budgetary norms out the window in what could be a seismic shift for the franchise. Imagine a package offensive so aggressive, so brimming with star power, that other teams are looking at the Yankees' payroll and wondering if the rules have somehow changed overnight. This is not your everyday roster tweak. This is a statement that says, loud and clear, the Bronx is no longer waiting for the postseason. The Yankees are hunting it down, and they are coming for it with everything they've got. Sources suggest that part of this audacious strategy includes bringing in Garrett Crochet, the flame-throwing left-handed reliever, whose arm alone has made hitters across the league break into nervous sweats. Crochet's addition is being described as surgical, a move designed to plug one of the few remaining cracks in a Yankees bullpen that has been strong, but occasionally vulnerable when the games are on the line. But that's not all. Whispers of a signing that would almost seem surreal to those who follow Japanese baseball have started circulating, and it involves none other than Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a pitcher whose reputation across Nippon professional baseball is nothing short of legendary. Yamamoto's name has been linked to some of the most intense pitching duels in Japan. And now, it seems, the Yankees are ready to take the gamble of bringing him into the spotlight of the major leagues, betting that his skill set can translate into dominance. In the American style of play, the mere idea of adding both Crochet and Yamamoto to the same pitching staff has MLB insiders practically spilling coffee over their notes, as the potential matchups for the Bronx Bombers suddenly appear almost unfair. Imagine a lineup facing a reliever whose fastball can touch triple digits with uncanny movement, followed by a starter who has spent years dismantling hitters with pinpoint precision and ice-cold composure. It's the kind of nightmare scenario for opponents that sends scouts and analysts into frenzied debates about balance, strategy, and the very integrity of competitive fairness. And yet, that seems precisely the point. Yankees executives are not acting out of fear of balance. They are acting out of ambition, perhaps even hubris. In a league that has often whispered about dynasties past, but rarely seen them executed with such boldness in the modern era, the speculation around these acquisitions has set off a chain reaction across the sport, with rumors now pointing to potential ripple effects in trades, minor league promotions, and even free agent signings that could follow. Imagine the dominoes, one blockbuster move, and suddenly every team is evaluating its own vulnerabilities. Scouts are said to be rechecking metrics, analysts are poring over strike zone data, and front offices are likely considering contingencies for every conceivable scenario. Because when a team like the Yankees makes a move of this magnitude, it's not just about one season, it's about signaling to every other team that complacency will no longer be tolerated. The atmosphere in New York, of course, is electric, bordering on chaotic. Fans are taking to social media in droves, speculating, celebrating, and inevitably exaggerating what these acquisitions could mean. Some argue that Crochet's addition might solidify the Yankees' late-inning strategy, providing a weapon that has been missing for years, while Yamamoto's arrival is being framed as a masterstroke of international scouting, a move that could redefine how Major League Baseball views talent acquisition from Asia. What's particularly intriguing about the whispers surrounding Yamamoto is not just his ability to pitch, but the culture and discipline he brings, which insiders suggest could have a transformative effect on the clubhouse itself. Imagine the veteran presence, the meticulous approach to conditioning and preparation, and the ripple effect that might have on a roster already filled with talent. Analysts are already drawing parallels to other high-risk, high-reward signings, but even the boldest among them admit that this scenario feels unprecedented, a case study in audacity that will be discussed for years, whether or not the team achieves ultimate glory. Meanwhile, whispers about the financial implications are also beginning to circulate. The Yankees are rumored to have navigated a complex web of salary considerations, long-term contracts, and international posting fees to make this dream scenario plausible. If true, the ability to execute this strategy would signal not only ambition, but also a level of organizational sophistication that leaves rival executives shaking their heads. Some insiders are already speculating on how this could influence the next wave of MLB signings. Could other teams feel compelled to go after their own international stars, or double down on bullpen acquisitions in response? The potential chain reaction is staggering, and it's the kind of speculation that keeps baseball analysts and armchair fans alike awake at night. And yet, Despite all the hype and the swirling rumors, there remains a tantalizing cloud of uncertainty. How will Crochet adjust to the pressure cooker of New York? Will Yamamoto's transition to the major leagues be seamless? Or will the adjustment period test even the most seasoned coaches? How will the chemistry of the roster shift as these new pieces are inserted into an already complex puzzle? Every question invites more speculation, more debate, and more excitement, which is exactly the environment the Yankees seem to be cultivating. Some sources hint that internal meetings at Yankee Stadium have been unusually intense, with coaches, managers, and executives weighing every possible scenario, from the impact on spring training rotations to postseason strategy. The common thread is the recognition that if these rumors are true, the team is no longer just competing. It is asserting itself in a way that could redefine expectations for decades to come. Meanwhile, the media frenzy surrounding these reports has taken on a life of its own. Sports networks are reportedly scrambling to verify details, while social media feeds overflow with both hope and skepticism. Memes and hot takes are circulating at a dizzying pace, some praising the Yankees' ambition, others cautioning that even the most dazzling roster moves carry risk. But one thing seems clear: the Yankees have thrown down the gauntlet. Whether this translates into on-field dominance or an epic learning curve remains to be seen. But the speculation alone has already reshaped the conversation around the league. In locker rooms across Major League Baseball, players are reportedly discussing the Yankee effect, pondering how to approach a lineup and pitching staff that could potentially be unlike anything they've faced before. The narrative being whispered from coast to coast is that the Bronx has decided to bet big, to play aggressively, and to redefine what it means to be a contender in the modern era. And while skeptics will always point to the risks, the adjustment periods, the pressure of the spotlight, and the challenges of integrating international talent, the very existence of these rumors suggests that the Yankees are willing to navigate uncharted waters in pursuit of a championship. That feels increasingly inevitable, at least in the imagination of fans, as this story continues to develop. One thing is certain: the Yankees have captured the imagination of an entire sport. Whether Crochet and Yamamoto become household names in the Bronx, or face the challenges of adaptation, the mere possibility of such acquisitions has injected a sense of drama, intrigue, and audacity into the MLB landscape that is hard to overstate. Analysts will continue to parse every line of speculation, every hint from sources, and every potential ripple effect for months to come, because the implications are enormous. The Bronx has spoken, and the message is clear: when the Yankees decide to act, they act with an intensity, scale, and ambition that the rest of the league can only watch and react to, sometimes in awe, sometimes in panic, and sometimes both at the same time. The next chapters in this unfolding saga promise to be just as riveting as the rumors themselves. And fans, commentators, and players alike will be watching every development with bated breath, wondering how history might be rewritten in the most audacious corner of baseball, the very heart of the Bronx. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with every Yankees rumor and news. See you in the next video.